Hi guys, so this is a bit of a random video. I've been asked a lot of times to start a YouTube channel, so I thought screw it, I'll go ahead and I'll do it. And I'm going to be opening up with basically some questions that I get more in my real life and on my real social media, which are sort of like about webcam modelling, so I guess it's kind of a Q&A. So the first question I get the most is how much do I make, how much can they make, how much money is in webcamming. It's a $1 billion industry, it's a thriving industry. Although we have quiet times, you won't have a regular income like a normal job, but I personally know that I can minimum make £2,000 a month, even if it's the worst month of the year. So, you know, that's £24,000 a year, that's a standard wage, but when you put in more effort, then you'll reap more benefits, you'll get more money. I know for a fact that if I've earned £2,000, I've had a bit of a lazy month. I know that I can do better than that. So overall, yeah, put as much work in as possible and you can see some serious cash. Do my friends and family know what I do? Most people close to me know what I do. My family, my friends, the last few boyfriends I've had have known what I've done. Yeah, I'm very open. I generally just tell people straight up. I think that honesty is the best policy, really, so I think it's better to just be honest. I mean, I'm proud of my job. I have no reservations in saying what I do, really. The only time that I'll say I kind of dumb it down or try and avoid the subject is in more professional working environments, and also in relation to more serious work topics that I'm working on. For example, other jobs that I do, I generally try and keep this job out of it because I don't want people to have a slightly skewed view on how serious they can take me in other things. Do you have a backup plan? My backup plan is essentially to always be self-employed. There's certain skills that I have that will always be required in the world, pretty much. You know, if I decided to stop webcamming, I could go become a tattoo artist again, I could go do piercing, I could train up in body modification a bit more, sort of scarification and stuff. Generally, I have the ability to fall back on whatever. I've got a few investments that I've put into, and I've got plans to invest my money in the future quite wisely so that I always have a backup plan. But you can't plan everything. If it all goes wrong, at the end of the day, that's that. When people find out about your job, do they treat you differently? I would say no. Some of them get interested, some of them don't want to talk about it, but everyone who extensively matters in my life has not treated me any differently. And if they were to, then I would probably not stay involved with them. What's the weirdest request you've had? I think the weirdest request I've had was someone wanted me to watch them masturbate using a Hoover nozzle. And then they had sort of like a Henrietta Hoover, which is like the pink girl version. They took the nozzle off of the Henrietta Hoover and then used the Henry Hoover's nozzle to penetrate the Henrietta. I think that is the weirdest request I've had. It wasn't so much a request, he just went ahead and did it. Which cam sites do I use? I use adultwork.com, MyFreeCams, StreamMate, BabeStation, Nightflirt. I've been on pretty much every webcam site. I'm quite enjoying Saucy Time at the moment, so big shout out to the lovely people at Saucy Time who I'm really enjoying working with at the moment. Have you ever slept with a cam customer? No, I've never slept with a webcam customer. No, I don't think so. How did you get into webcamming? Well, I got kicked out when I was stupidly young, and at some point within that period of time, camming came up as an option, so I made Craigslist adverts and I did webcam shows for PayPal payment because I was a bit scummy. I used to advertise on Craigslist, US, UK, Australia, all you sort of English speaking countries. I got a good client base together, and then once I turned 18, obviously I don't recommend camming underage. Once I turned 18, I bought a proper webcam, proper computer, and went on proper sites like a normal person. I do not suggest that anyone underage does what I did. It was stupid. It was very stupid. And illegal. So illegal. Have you ever done a cam show with another girl? Yes, I have. I somewhat try and avoid doing work with other girls now, like the plague, because no, working with other girls is really difficult. Unless you find someone really relaxed and like sort of like-minded like you. I'd love to work with Poppy. Naughty Poppy UK I think is her Twitter. I'll put her Twitter down there. And who else would I like to work with? I think right now I'd just really like to work with Poppy, to be honest. She's hot. Why do you choose to continue webcamming? Because it has a certain element of freedom. It lets me choose my own hours. I can do whatever I want. I can make stupid videos for YouTube if I fancy it, while waiting for calls. It just allows a certain level of freedom, and there's certain things I like more than webcamming, like making videos, but webcamming, at the end of the day, you can turn on and you can turn off, and there's a lot to be said for that, because what other jobs can you just switch on and switch off as you please without having to worry too much about how much you're making? Because at the end of the day, there's always money floating about in the cam world. Do you pay tax? This is a real job. Unfortunately, I do have to pay tax. The best thing that you can do as a cam girl is genuinely hire an accountant. Your accountant will take care of everything you want, everything you pay them to do. If you want to pay them to do the whole lot, you can pay them to do the whole lot. The biggest mistake I made for the first couple of years of being a webcam model and being self-employed was doing my own self-employed tax return. Now I have companies that it goes through and it's all seamless and I don't have to worry about any of it, and I just pay a fee to my accountant and he deals with all of it. So highly recommend, if you're a cam girl and you don't have an accountant, get one. How do you have the confidence to perform on camera? I have never been the kind of person that wants to perform in front of the camera. I've always been more interested in the background, like photography, recording songs, sort of creative things like that. But I found that in front of the camera you can also be quite creative. So I just try and channel my creativity. At the end of the day, I look how I look, and there's ways that you can change it, but you need to embrace the person you are. That's pretty much all I've got to go through today. If you have any requests for videos, then let me know on Twitter. And subscribe if you want to see more of me. I'm probably going to stick around. I'll see you guys soon.